What's up, guys? Kristen Review Gave here, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about another great chapter from My Hero Academia, chapter 267. And my god, this arc has been one good chapter after another, and I have to say, I am not disappointed at all. It's honestly one of the best arcs Horikoshi's managed to write in a while. Regardless, the previous few arcs have been really good, even regardless. But this arc might act as most likely going to be the best arc of the series as a whole at this point, with how things are being set up and how things end up being. Especially since last chapter we saw Hawks basically kill twice, question mark. But this chapter we are confirmed that he did really kill twice. So, yeah. Am I sad that Twice is dead? Of course, I mentioned that in the last review. I think I mentioned that in the last video. But it was a necessary thing because having Twice around permanently, especially during this war arc, would make things very bad for everyone involved. You know, for the hero side. So, let's get started with what's going on. The chapter starts off with Fat Gum running out of the area to go back towards the support. Man, I am bad at talking when I talk fast. Fat Gum takes Shrumage. I forgot the Mushroom Girl's name. I'm just gonna call her Mushroom Girl. Mushroom Girl, Kaminari, Sero, and Tokoyami stuffs them in his fat and starts running towards where all the support heroes and students are to get them to safety. Since he was like, "You kids did your job. Now let us adults handle this from here on out." And the best part is that this part of the opening of the chapter starts off with a flashback with Tokoyami at his internship with Hawks, basically being like, okay, Hawks basically like, my weakness? Well, if I had to choose, it would most likely have to be fire. And he's like, even though my feathers are great, you know, I'm simplifying here. If they get burned, I'm screwed. Tokoyami's like, how do you fight someone like that? And Hawk is like, I strike them down before they can strike me down. Which is a good parallel to what happened to the last chapter, and it's a great way to start this puppy off. So we continue. We go back to Hawks and Dabi. Dabi's yelling at Hawks like, you killed twice. How dare you? How dare you kill him like that? Shooting Hawks with more and more flames. He's down to the ground and beaten and broken after everything that just happened. I'll be his worst matchup possible. Of course, Hawks would be on the brink. He's like, is that the face of someone that just saw a friend die in front of him? And Dabi's like, sad? Of course I'm sad, but I'm not crying. I haven't cried since the days my tear ducts burnt up. And here's the funny thing. He's like, Twice would have really helped make my dream a reality. Am I sad he's gone? Of course I am. And then as this is going on, we do get a flashback of Kid Hawks, as adult Hawks is basically saying, "Who are you, Dabi? Who the hell are you?" No one should know his name, especially since this flashback comes up. He's like, "Keigo." I believe it's a government guy in this flashback saying like, "Keigo, you have to abandon your name right now. You're going into a special hero training course. When you get out, you'll be a powerful hero, but this will be a tough training. Will you be able to handle it?" He nods yes. And he's like, will I be like him holding up a action figure doll of Endeavor? Like, can I be like him? Can I be a hero that can shine brightly and help others? And then we come back to Hawks still trying to say, who the hell are you, Dabi? And then we get this big black bubble with no text in it, with a shocked Hawks. And Dabi's saying like, because Hawks literally says that as he, I should have mentioned this earlier, but he does state that he looked into the backgrounds of everyone in the League of Villains, and I believe the Liberation Army as well, because he was part of the Liberation Army at this point, being an undercover agent and all. He's like, I pulled up backgrounds on everyone except you, Dabi, and Shigaraki. Just you two. That's it. That is very concerning, because if you're gathering intelligence on people and getting their backgrounds, how can you prepare for someone you have no information about? So here's the thing. Dabi's like, Dabi ends up saying that twice the league, Shigaraki. I didn't care about any of these guys. I was just using them for my own means to make my dream a reality. And then we get the big line reveal with him, with Dabi and his depravity. He's basically like, there are no real heroes out there, no redeemable heroes. I will make Stain's conviction a reality. Stain's ideals will become reality. So Dabi, we know that he basically ended up going to the League of Villains because of Stain and the somewhat connection that everyone managed to think with the Stain and the League of Villains back in the Stain arc. But this full-on confirms his ideals. He wants to fully make Stain's dream a reality. But the fact that he says that there are no good heroes out there does twist what Stain said. He said that he wants a world where there are good heroes, but he wanted to take down all the fakes. That's what Stain wanted to do. But Dabi's like, I'm gonna make Stain's ideals a reality, primarily because of the fact that there are no true heroes out there. And then, after that big line, he gets ready to launch a big fire blast at Hawks. As this is going on, we see the rubble, the earthquakes of the battle in the conference hall, and we see Gigantomachia. It seems that he's awake now. He looks at his radio. He tunes it. Then we cut back to Jaku Hospital, where Mirko is fighting off the rest of the high-end Nomus. She's fighting for dear life. She is missing an arm after all, and she is very injured from fighting 4 of them. So Mirko's like, I'm not landing hits as easily as I was before. He's like, but my body is perfectly fine. I'm still in top shape. I might have lost an arm, but I'm still in top shape. I know my body more than anyone else. He's like, so it's like they're awake now. And she's saying, wow, this fight is very fun for me. But she does put priorities first. She's like, no choice. So she bolts and tries to make a beeline for the doctor again. The Nomus, the Hyans, keep trying to stop her. She gets a cut around her side, but she keeps going, fast as a rabbit. If you're going to die on the job, complete the job first. Then she crashes through and is about to land a steel kick onto Shigaraki's tube, as the doctor's in shock. But one of the Hyans manages to pierce her leg and I believe her shoulder. But she's like, not yet, because a hero. And then we cut back to Hawks, and turns out that Dabi was knocked away, and we see Tokoyami having Dark Shadow fan the flames off of, trying to put out the flames on Hawks, to rescue Hawks right at that moment. And then we get back to Miracle at the hospital. We see Endeavor show up behind the high end that managed to pierce her, slam that one down, and then says a hero never quits and is about to hit Shigaraki's tube, and it ends with that scene. Miracle about to slam and destroy Shigaraki's tube, and Endeavor with full-on flames of fury, just taking down that high-end Nomu. Which ends up showing that it's possible that either they already took all the heroes at the hospital, took care of all the regular Nomu that were running amok in the hospital before, or Endeavor ended up going ahead to help out Mirko, which means we could see Crust showing up as well, which could explain how Endeavor could have gotten there so quickly, as well as Eraserhead. But we just have to wait and see for the next chapter. With that said, that is everything for this chapter. We got a lot. We got a little bit of Hawks' backstory, somewhat, on that why no one knows his name, because it's one huge secret. How he ended up getting a little hint of what exactly he did to become the hero he is today. So apparently some sort of secret hero training program, most likely done by the Hero Safety Commission or something like that, or the government. We have no idea. And the fact that Hawks had no idea who Dabi was, same as Shigaraki, and that they were the only two people that he had no background information for. Then we get the big save by Endeavor to help out Mirko, as well as Tokoyami showing up to help Hawks against Dabi. So we get a lot, because when Tokoyami shows up to help Hawks, we do see a panel from the flames after Hawks kills Twice, that Tokoyami notices the flame bursting out. It's like he knew on instinct that Hawks is right there. And that was honestly really great. Nice student-teacher bond. Master and disciple. I love that. I love stuff like that when it comes to my series. But this does confirm one theory I did have, that while as Hawks is on the brink, Tokoyami will show up to help him out. Now here's the thing. Hawks and Tokoyami have similar weaknesses. Well, Tokoyami's is light. The more light there is, the less powerful Dark Shadow will be. And since this attack is going on in the middle of the day, and Dabi uses fire, which creates light. So we will have to see how Tokoyami will handle having to hold off Dabi while trying to protect Hawks at the same time. But since Tokoyami is there, it's possible that Factum will show up along with Kaminari and Sero and Mushroom Girl. But yeah, altogether, this is a really good chapter. Horikoshi has not disappointed in this arc whatsoever. Twice confirmed to be dead. Dabi confirmed to be could be Toya. You have no damn clue. We also get confirmation of Endeavor managing to break into the lab to help out Mirko. We also get to see Gigantomachia wake up. So there are two possibilities that's going to happen right now. Either A, and this is for Gigantomachia, before I cap off this review. Either A, Gigantomachia will get orders straight from the doctor to be like, please, come to the hospital right now to help out Shigaraki. He's in danger. Or two, it could be a message from All For One stating because he knows of everything that's going on. I mean, again, that second one is very unlikely. There's also the possibility that a Gigantomachia is getting a message to go to the hospital and just flat out destroys every single hero on his way to the hospital to help out Shigaraki. There's no clue on what was said in that radio. But yeah, really good chapter. I am honestly looking forward to the next chapter. I am really glad that this is what happened, what Horikoshi decided to do. And by the end of this chapter, we went back to the hospital raid to see that all this stuff is going on, pretty much going on at the exact same time. And I'm just really happy about it. But what did you guys think? Was this a good chapter? Was it possible to do something differently? Do you think Tokoyami showing up to help Hawks was a bit of a cop-out, or do you think this will make an interesting fight for the next chapter? I think it will be, but that's my opinion, obviously. But what do you guys think? Was the chapter good? Was it bad? What do you think will happen next? Leave it down in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the official Review Cave for when I post for new uploads and updates on new videos. But with all that said, hope you guys have an awesome day.